Hi, my name is Martin Gooden from www.milliondollarboxingfitcamp, and today I've got Janette Walsh, right, who recently took part in a pink collar boxing contest. Now, Janette, obviously it was probably a very new experience to you, okay? So what I'm going to do is ask you kind of a few questions as to why you wanted to do it, okay? What you got from the training, okay? Why you wanted to take yourself from out of a kind of comfort zone of what probably not a lot of people want to get into, and basically how was the fight and would you do it again? Okay. Yeah. So the first question I'm going to ask you, basically why did you want to kind of do it? Why did you want to get involved in boxing?
I signed up straight after Christmas,
Yeah.
so between the Christmas and New Year period.
Yeah.
And wanted to set myself a real challenge, something completely different, never boxed before, but thought, right, let me do something which will help me to lose weight, which will make me learn new skills and meet some new friends. So once I signed up to it and started to tell people, I knew that I couldn't back out of it.
Right, okay.
So it kept me focused throughout the training.
That's good, that's good. How did the training go? As a matter of, obviously I know you've done kind of disciplines to do with resistance training, fitness training, probably circuit training. So how did you find the discipline of boxing training?
I found it quite challenging at first, because it was very strict, very intense, very CV orientated at the beginning, and because I hadn't had a little bit of exercise for a few months leading up to it, it felt as if I started from scratch again. But the more I got involved, the more I enjoyed it, and certainly more the boxing became apparent, and then getting into the ring. I really enjoyed that.
Okay. Do you understand now that obviously the learning of boxing is not all about kind of just getting in the ring? And,
absolutely.
Yeah. What factor do you find in boxing?
Because it's a skill. You have to use your CV, you have to use your breathing, you have to use movements. Every punch has a different body movement. Your footwork is immensely important. I think that's what people may forget if they don't know or don't realise.
Or don't learn.
Don't learn. It is down here on the feet where a lot of the action is. And then you've got to work your way up. So yes, I enjoyed the sparring. But being in that ring, you realise the importance of
putting it all together.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other question to ask you is, how did you feel, mentally, your nerves, as you know the date was coming up towards the contest, how did you actually feel, within yourself? Because only you can really know how that actually feels. When I used to fight, I used to find that a week before my contest, I would get very kind of worked up, very aggressive, very snappy. Nervous energy, meaning a good nervous energy. So basically, how did you kind of feel?
At first, petrified. Thinking, what have I done? Because it was the unknown as well. You're doing it on the training. I've not had a boxing match before. So you don't know who you're going to be against. And I've had a lot of waking up in the middle of the night. Thinking, nervous, thinking, what am I doing? I used to drive past the venue thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be going there soon, doing this. But then I had to mentally prepare myself and think, no, you've set yourself a challenge and enjoy it. And I had to turn it round and appreciate that I'm going to learn a new skill. And I've got a lot of people coming on board to support me who care for me. So I had to turn that round and bring that into the training, bring that into the friendship groups that I've made. And then more so the week before, you get the butterflies, but then I was excited. And just took the advice of people around me, I was excited.
I mean, one thing what I always say is that there's, wherever you go to boxing, there's always going to be people outside the ring who will never ever do it. The amount of people actually get in the ring and actually do it. A lot of people do the training, but getting in there is obviously another mental barrier what a lot of people are not prepared to step out of the zone and do. Now, how did the contest go? That's probably the most important thing, what I mean, what it all leads up to.
It was great. Walking out, I thought, you have an idea of what it's going to be like, and you have your music set. So I thought, yes, I'm going to go out to my music, but no, it totally changed. My music was on, but I didn't hear it.
It was in the zone.
I was in the zone. I had lots of people there supporting me, which was great. I knew they were there. I didn't want to focus on them because I didn't want my attention to sway from what I had to do. And then once I got into the ring, I sort of had a moment of calm, which I wasn't expecting. And I thought, right, I'm here, I've got to do it, I've got no choice now. I just got to go and perform. The fight itself was tough. I'm not going to say it was easy and walk in the park. It wasn't. It was challenging. I had a brilliant opponent that made me work hard.
And she was younger than you,
She was 15 years younger than me, a lot fitter than me, and had a skill set as well from previous sports. So I felt probably at a slight disadvantage, but I was in there. I gave it my best. We had 3 rounds, which was a total of rounds, 3 2 minutes. They weren't stopped at all. They were straight through, continuous fighting. And we came out with a draw at the end of that, which I was really chuffed with.
Was you pleased about that? Yeah.
I was, because I didn't lose.
Yeah.
So,
Did you think you was going to win at the end of the 3-minute round?
This is a strange thing, because I was taking the punches, and all I was focusing on more so was I've been hit quite a few times, and not really
realising how much I'd
hit her. So I was thinking, I've been hit loads, I've lost.
Right.
And it wasn't until they put both their hands up to say it was a draw. I was like, really? And then I've watched footage back and listening to people who had been watching, not just my camp, but other people in the room who complimented my skills and things. So then it was like, actually, I realised I was just taking on board mentally what she was doing, rather than what I was doing. Well, so that's something I'd consider if I was to do it again.
Okay. So, Janette, I'm going to say, congratulations on doing that.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll do it again sometimes.
Thank you for your support.
And obviously, you've come out the box, by doing something like that, I believe that people just grow mentally.
Yeah.
You kind of not fear so much certain things because you've done it, and that's one of the biggest things, probably like public speaking. Going in the ring is something what nobody ever thinks. A lot of people never do, but no matter what, when you get to a ripe old age, you can always say, at least I did that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, well done on that, Janette.
Thank you.
Well done.